Hello, ladies, and welcome. So, today I am reviewing the book How to Date and Marry the Right Black Woman, A White Man's Perspective by Jeff Brandon. So, this is not a long book at all. It's a quick, easy read, full of common sense, in my opinion. But because common sense is not so common, I can understand why he wrote this. So I will go through the table of contents for you. They are: interracial dating with a black woman is unique. The first date with a black woman. She likes all of your whiteness. She desires a strong white man. Wait a minute. Now she thinks I'm a racist monster. Seek her family's approval, but don't try too hard. A black woman's hair is a big deal. Which black women you should avoid, which black women to pursue and marry, and closing thoughts. So I am going to read chapter 8, which black women you should avoid. I'm choosing to read this chapter because this book was written for men, but it is about women, so I thought that it would be helpful to read this chapter. So, chapter 8. Which black women you should avoid. In today's world, an overwhelming majority of black women are raised in fatherless, broken homes. Women who grow up in this type of environment need extra time to mature and understand their role in romantic relationships. It's the same way with men who grow up fatherless. Women who come from fatherless, broken homes have a more difficult time communicating and relating to men. They didn't see their mothers communicating with a male figure in the home while growing up, so they lack the important reference to fall back on. Without a father, women miss out on the opportunity for a strong male figure to show them love, affection, and guidance. If the black woman you're dating didn't get those important things growing up, you can pay a heavy price for it now. She may have a difficult time trusting you. She may have a difficult time taking advice from you or respecting you. She may have a difficult time opening up to you. These things can easily destroy a relationship, no matter how strong the attraction may be. Unless she's willing to work through these issues, be prepared for a relationship with this type of black woman to ultimately fail. Problems of this magnitude don't just go away. They need to be carefully worked through and dealt with, sometimes by a professional. A black woman who won't compromise, or at least meet you halfway in disagreements, isn't a woman you want to enter into a relationship with. This type of woman is very flawed. In several of my past relationships, I dated black women who presented themselves as perfect angels until we disagreed. They then turned into fire-breathing she-devils. These women have a false belief that if men don't fall at their feet when they're trying to get their way, they're the wrong men for them, or those men are controlling men. These women have convinced themselves they're supposed to run things in the relationship. This type of woman has a difficult time submitting to a man in any way, no matter how good that man treats her. Even if a man were to give his type of woman everything she wanted, anytime and every time she wanted it, she still wouldn't be happy. She would secretly resent him for being weak. Again, she is flawed. She will resent you for being strong and will resent you even more for giving in to her. It's a no-win situation. These women are damaged. Don't waste your time and energy on them. Unless she's willing to seriously work on herself, the relationship will never work. I'll just stop here to say that I do agree with him that if you are dealing with anyone, even in a friendship, who just thinks that everything is always supposed to be their way, and someone who can never look at their own faults, then that is a very difficult type of person to deal with. I'll continue reading. A black woman who can't admit she's wrong is the wrong black woman for you. I've dated women who were so afraid of admitting to a simple mistake, they were willing to risk the entire relationship in order to not own up to it. A woman with this kind of mindset can't take responsibility and will ultimately blame you for every problem that comes up in the relationship. Thinking you're to blame for everything, this type of woman will often seek out a new white knight in shining armor to save her. Not realizing her lack of responsibility is a big part of the problem in the relationship. Pursuing a relationship with this type of woman is pointless. It's destined to fail. Admitting one's faults or weaknesses takes courage and maturity. A woman who can't do it is showing you she isn't stable or confident. Don't waste your charm on this type of woman. As I discussed in a previous chapter, a black woman who puts her faith in the media can't put her faith in you. In the past, I've been in relationships with black women who loved me one day and despised me the next. It all depended on the latest racially charged media story they indulged in. A black woman who can't see through the fixed media will possibly resent you every time a racially charged news story hits. You'll find yourself constantly trying to convince her that you're not like the racist white men she's seen on TV and social media. If she can't acknowledge that the politically driven media pushes race division, she will buy into the lie and eventually turn on you. You will quickly grow tired of trying to convince her that she's being deceived and manipulated. She will ultimately see you as the bad guy, and the relationship will eventually fall apart. So that's it, ladies. That's chapter 8 of the book. And I would like to know what you all think. I think that it's a very short book, so it's a very quick read. I guess I'll also read his closing thoughts that he has here. So, closing thoughts. My past interracial relationships taught me a few unique things about love. I found that love doesn't have a color. It transcends space, time, and cultures. When two people fall in love, it's their hearts that ultimately bond together. Race is irrelevant. I learned from experience it's the heart that keeps the relationship strong, keeps two people in love with each other, not their skin tones. Being in an interracial relationship with a black woman will pose some extra challenges, but those challenges fail in comparison to all the great things you'll gain from being with the woman you want to be with. Remember, nothing good in life comes easy. God made all types of women, black, brown, white, and everything in between. If you're attracted to a black woman, go for it. The right black woman will be everything you need and more. Don't let a small thing like skin color keep you from being with the one you really want to be with. Thank you for reading this. God bless. So, I agree with what he's saying and what I read so far. People do have to take responsibility for who they are and not be easily manipulated by media, by other people's ideas, and you have to fact check things for yourself. So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty short book. I do recommend it, and I just wanted to jump on really quick and do this review. So I hope that you enjoyed the review. And again, it is How to Date and Marry. Let me go back to the beginning. How to Date and Marry the Right Black Woman, a White Man's Perspective. Which black woman to pursue, which ones to avoid, which one to marry, by Jeff Brandon. Please like and subscribe.